Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
3 killed in Orange Street shootings. 3 people are now reportedly dead following 2 connected shootings involving alleged criminals and the police in downtown Kingston. It is reported that around 10:13 a.m., 4 men who were traveling in a car shot and killed a man on Orange Street. While leaving the area, they reportedly challenged police personnel who were at the House of Tranquility Funeral Home. 2 of the men were fatally shot during the alleged confrontation. The other 2 men who were in the car escaped.
What we can say so far is that we know some men came along Orange Street and attacked a man who subsequently died. On their bid to escape, they engaged a team of police who was nearby. During the shootout, we know that at least 2 of the perpetrators died. One we know from gunshot wounds for sure. The second one we're not sure if it's gunshot or a subsequent motor vehicle accident. But we know we have 3 fatalities: 1 murder and two other criminals that were involved are dead.
Man accused of stabbing woman in head shot by a cop. A man was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with a policeman after he reportedly stabbed a woman in the head in the Mandeville town center mid-morning Friday. The man is said to be a vendor from Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Preliminary reports are that the man attacked the woman in the town center, stabbing her in the head. A policeman intervened, and the man reportedly resisted to drop the knife and allegedly attacked the cop. It is reported that the cop then opened gunfire, hitting the man. The injured man was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The injured woman was also taken to hospital where she has been admitted. Police and soldiers cornered off a section of the town center to process the scene. A close vendor told reporters that she knew both the man and the injured woman. At St. John's, where the man come from, we call him Fata, and him sell our market from Orchard to Mandeville. Everybody know him. I'm in neighbor him stab. She sell clothes too. She's a clothes vendor who is from Spanish Town area. The eyewitness told reporters that it was the quick action of the cop that saved the woman from more harm. Off-duty cop disarms gunman in St. Catherine. An off-duty policeman managed to disarm a gunman on Baptist Road in Gregory Park, St. Catherine on Thursday, resulting in the seizure of a firearm and ammunition. Reports from the Portmore police are that about 8:25 p.m., the lawman was in the area conducting business when he was approached by 2 men. One of the men pulled a firearm from his waistband, but the officer managed to pull his pistol and engage the gunman. They reported the run and the weapon, one 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 8 9mm cartridges, fell. The weapon was retrieved and added support requested by the officer. It is unknown if any other gunmen were injured. Investigations are ongoing. 58-year-old killed in crash in Monique, St. Anne. A 58-year-old man died as a result of injuries he sustained in a motor vehicle accident along the Unity Valley Main Road in Monique, St. Anne on Thursday afternoon. He has been identified as Gerald Green of Retreat District in St. Mary. Reports are that at around 5:40 p.m., Green was driving a red Toyota Tacoma motor truck along the roadway when he lost control of the vehicle. More than 200 people have been killed in road crashes since the start of the year. 20 detained following raid at Yahweh compound. 20 residents of the Yahweh religious sect were arrested by the police during a raid of the group's compound in St. James. The group's leader is among the 20 now being held at the Montego Bay Freeport police station. Reporters have been reliably informed that several photographs and other material of evidential value were removed from the compound by investigators. The operation was incident-free. Over 50 members of the security forces and other agencies were involved in the operation. This follows the removal of 23 children from the Yahweh Paradise Avenue facility late last month. The children are currently in state care. Heightened operations in St. Elizabeth led to recovery of stolen vehicle. Police say heightened operations in St. Elizabeth, coupled with the use of the Jamaica eye technology, led to the recovery of a Toyota Probox motor car that was stolen in Clarendon on Friday. Deputy Superintendent of Police Coleridge Minto, who assumed duties in the parish a week ago, said, "We will not sit back and allow criminals to take over our parish. We will continue increasing operations and vigilance, as well as utilize coordinated efforts with other policing divisions and technologies as we dismantle gangs. Even if it's a stealing car ring, seizing guns and arresting gunmen who seek to use St. Elizabeth whether as passage or destination. Information was gained from Jamaica Eye, resulting in an intelligence-led operation in the town of Black River. The motor car was located, and the owner of the property where the vehicle was located is now being questioned by police. Investigations are ongoing. PM says culture of silence hampering efforts to rid Jamaica of child abuse. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has pointed out that the culture of silence is hampering efforts to rid Jamaica of child abuse and related trauma. He was speaking at the handing over ceremony of the new Child Protection and Family Services Agency's Therapeutic Treatment Center at the Mandeville Park Children's Home in Kingston. Mr. Holness cited data which indicated that approximately 80% of the nation's children experience or witness some form of psychological or physical violence. The Prime Minister noted that adults must do more to intervene and report cases of violence which involve children. Mr. Holness said child protection starts within the community and involves all its members.
We must as a people recognize and acknowledge the value of our children. All of our children. Not only our biological children, but the children of our village. Yes, we have too many dysfunctional households on our island. But a major contributor to the problem is our general culture of silence, permissiveness, and acceptance. Each of us individually must become a child protector. When we see our children being abused, either physically or emotionally, we must either intervene by sharing an alternative approach, or you can report it. We must push back and cease placing more value on the status of the abuser or fear of the embarrassment of the abuser. Rather, we must put more emphasis on protecting our children from lifelong damage. Well, we need to pay attention to what is happening to our children in our schools, our community centers, our sports fields and playgrounds, among others. These are spaces that can have a positive impact on the development of our children, but they can also be places of danger and abuse. Childcare and the protection of our children is the business of all of us in Jamaica, and we all need to step up to the plate and be counted. Child protection starts in our communities. Yes, absolutely the government has a responsibility, but our communities and the people living within the communities are the first line of defense in the protection of our children. We each need to ask ourselves, am I a protector of our children?
Government prepare to take additional steps to address pressure on people, stated Prime Minister. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his government is looking to quickly utilize the greater fiscal space, which he said affects stewardship of the economy has presented, to ease pains and pressures facing Jamaicans. Pointing out that no one can argue about the fundamental substance of the achievements of his administration, Prime Minister Holness is urging Jamaicans to truly look at the improvements in the country, as the changes may not be as expected to see what will happen overnight. Sharing that while the changes may take some time, Holness said his administration is aware of the importance of making the moves to ease the burden on the people. The Prime Minister was speaking at the handing over of the Child Protection and Family Services Agency Therapeutic Center at the Mandeville Park Children's Home on Thursday. According to Holness, unlike several other countries, Jamaica's economic progress is remarkable, having undergone overlapping global crisis of the COVID-19 pandemic, which continues, and the impact of the global inflation. The Prime Minister went on to share that Jamaica is now seen on the international stage as an example of responsible management and governance. In addressing the country's handling on inflation, the Prime Minister underscored that Jamaica, like all countries around the world, experienced a rapid increase in prices after the global crisis. He shared that despite the odds, his administration has come out of the global crisis in a resilient position, recording economic growth higher than pre-pandemic levels. Reiterating his administrator's commitment to responsible management of the debt, Holness noted that only 28% of the dollar is being used to serve debts compared to 48% shortly before the JLP came into office in 2016.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the